Hi, it's Darren Butcher here from Wisebury Heritage Real Estate and giving you a market trends and updates on the development world, whether it be in Globo land, whether it be subdivisions, whether it be small, large developments, medium, high rise, whether it be villas, duplexes. If you're interested in development on the Central Coast, we're going to talk everything to do with it. The truth is, Central Coast Council have had the administrators take over, which has been quite exciting, and they've just appointed a CEO, which I think has been tremendous. Look, a lot of people think that that's going to slow business down. They might lose people, they might put some people off, but I think what it's going to do is it's actually going to help council have someone that says yes. And at the moment, what's been happening is it's been going through too many hands, then it would come back and decisions would be made, or more importantly, in between, not many decisions were made. It was freezing development, and a lot of our developers were saying, hey, listen, we just can't deal with that council, so we're going to go on to the next council. And look, developers aren't fussy wherever they can make a dollar, but I'm hoping that they can start making it here and the right direction's there. And look, I'm not saying that the old councillors didn't do a great job, the mayor didn't do a great job, the people working in the council haven't done a great job. They all have, but unfortunately it was bottlenecked, and there was a lot of people fearing failure, where I think now, I think they're going to be looking at going, we need to get things happening, and they do, and I think it's good for the coast. The 89 million that's actually owed, is it a little bit of a worry? No, I don't think it is. I think it's a concern that it got there. But I do believe that with the Section 94 contributions that people give for actually developing, I think it'll put a lot more money in the pool. I do believe council will have to off-sell some of their land, and I don't think that's a bad thing either. So I think there's some opportunities for people to be buying parcels. So let's talk about the bad news in our area, and one of the things is that proposed land releases like Warrnambool, Woongarra, Hamlin Terrace, Lake Mamorra, they've all been delayed, and that's putting pressure. Doyleston North is another area. It's putting pressure on the system because we need land. We've got people, the government's released incentives for young people and people to build, and there just isn't enough land for them. So land sizes, they've also said to people to be chopping smaller and smaller blocks. I totally disagree with it. I think that larger land is actually the desire of coming to the coast rather than the small blocks. If they wanted the small stuff, they'd stay in units in the city. So I think that whilst there's a time and a place for some blocks to be smaller, this council has been trying to get more meat out of the bone, and I think that's crazy. I think that what we need to do is start to open it up, have bigger lot sizes, invite more families in, make it more family friendly, have a lot more green areas as well. And smaller lots, yeah, okay, it means that they're going to get more in a confined space. Let's open our spaces up a little bit. Let's go further afield, but let's start to get some bigger lots and have more lifestyle that people can have. So that's the downside. The majority of RU6 transition stuff are in smaller chunks, and so people that are actually out there shopping at the moment are probably not going to find the developers, I'm talking the big chunks that were available. They're not going to be able to do 150, 250, 350, 500 places at a time. They've got to come in and buy a 5 or a 10 or a 15, or there's skeletons, there's pimples on the pumpkin, as I say. So there's things wrong with maybe the development that actually stop it from having the yield that it can possibly have. So look, I think that's probably where the downside that I can see at this stage. High rise in the area, there's a bit happening on the coast. The other end of the coast and the entrance has always seen more than what we've seen up this end of the northern end of the coast, but we're starting to have people starting to play in it. So you drive through Toukley at the moment, you'll see cranes, first time that you've seen it for a while. There's been a few sites that have actually been sold in the medium to high rise density, and I think there's going to be a few players that are playing in that field. I'm welcoming it. It has its demographic, but we've also got to make sure that we've got people playing in all the arenas. So there's a little bit there happening, and it's good because it's the first time really up the northern end of the coast that's taken place. The niche industrial opportunities that I can start to see in the marketplace have been people looking at bulk sites and then looking and going, okay, if I start to deal with the bulk sites, I can start chopping them up. And so there's a few players there, but it probably hasn't been as popular. What I've found has been really popular though has been the smaller units. So anything that sits around the $400,000 to $600,000 mark for a smaller unit that a tradie can go and get, that's been really popular, so they can get their stuff off out of the estates. Their wives want them to have beautiful places. I know that's stereotyping, but they want them to have their beautiful places at Woongarras and Hamlin Hamlin Terraces, but now they've got their storage shed around the corner. And I think that if we had a few more of those storage sheds, they'd be very popular, especially around that sort of pricing point. So the commercial, good returns, low interest rates. I think that that's what's being said a lot, and where the mums and dads never delved into it, they're starting to. Super funds are still buying some of them, so and the banks seem to be lending still for commercial properties. So that's a really good sign. And if you own a commercial when the returns on the coast were 8s, 10s, 12%, now you'd be quite pleased with seeing them where they're at. I think probably the biggest thing is the new estates are actually really desired, and so we're selling the resi land like they're hotcakes. And so if you've got it, we'd love it. We want as much as we possibly can, and if you're thinking of buying it, then we certainly want to be the agent that's marketing it for you. DA approved sites are like gold at the moment because council have been so sluggish with the DAs. What it's actually done is mean that any DA site that's out there is very valuable, whether it be that you want to on-sell it, and we're happy to help you with that, or whether it be that that you want to buy one. Well, there is opportunities, but you're going to be paying for it. And so if you do want something, then let us know, and we'll work out who's actually selling their DA approved sites, and you can take them, or vice versa. We can get your DA approved site and have a database as long as there are that can help you out to buy them off you. Buying or selling, if you're thinking anything development, then please give us a call. I'm Darren Butcher from Wisebury Heritage Real Estate. Numbers below, 0414 920 949. And I'm Darren Butcher, signing out from the northern end of the coast.